Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited to talk about Baroque pearls, especially two of my favorite ladies, Queen Elizabeth I as well as Marie Antoinette. I know that I featured Queen Elizabeth I in my previous video on jade, and if you have missed that, I'm going to be linking it up above and towards the end of the video. But what I didn't know about it is that when I did a little bit more research, I realized that the pearls that Queen Elizabeth has always been wearing was given to her by Robert Dudley, the great love of her life. Wow, that is really so romantic. So when I heard about it, I just couldn't wait to share it with you. If you saw the movie where Kate Blanchett was such a magnificent Queen Elizabeth, you can see the love affair between her and Robert Dudley. He was also very instrumental in helping to win the war against the Spanish, the Armada War, and for that portrait you can see Queen Elizabeth here sitting for the portrait in a black ensemble. Now for most of her portraiture you can see her wearing her favorite white color or off-white color, but for that particular one she wore black because she was in mourning for Robert Dudley, who has passed on after the war and due to stomach complications. And it's so sad, but the fact is that she wore his pearls for the rest of her life, all throughout her life, and she remained single till the end, saying that she was married to Britain. Such a fabulous love story. That's exactly why I always say there's always a story behind a jewelry. It's so romantic, and I think she's one of the most fabulous women in history. And then we come to Marie Antoinette. I was actually very hesitant, just that I feel that the end of her life was so tragic and was so humiliating that I don't feel happy to talk about it. But you can't talk about Baroque pearls without talking about Marie Antoinette. So one of the most fabulous pieces that were auctioned off in 2018 was handled by Sotheby's, and she had a whole array of jewelry which was held on by the same family for 200 years, and they auctioned off every single piece including diamonds. But the most expensive piece that was auctioned off was the Baroque pearl pendants with the diamond ribbon on it for US dollars 36 million, or about 28 million British pound. So that was the priciest item that was auctioned off.
The Bourbon Parma collection is very special. It is very thrilling to put the hands on jewels that were round the neck of Marie Antoinette. I didn't feel the shiver the first time I did it. The most antiques of the example in the collection go back to Queen Marie Antoinette. A pearl and diamond pendant set with a large pear-shaped drop mounted on a diamond bow. It is an amazing jewel in itself. The fact that Marie Antoinette wore it in conjunction with 3 strings of pearls that are sold within the collection as well is an extra bonus.
Bearing in mind, this is exactly why I said the pearl surpassed the price of the diamonds. That is a huge Baroque pearl. But what really made me wonder is, I'm sure Sotheby's would have engaged the best videographer, the best photographer to capture that Baroque pearl. But if you look at it properly through the videos and through the photograph, the luster of the Baroque pearl seems to be a little bit lackluster. So this is exactly why I say when you own a piece of jewelry, you have to be wearing it very often. If you just leave it there in the bank vault, the jewelry will cease to sparkle or be lustrous as when the owner is wearing it with a little bit of TLC, because as I said, all gemstones have got an energy to it. So this is exactly why I brought up about this story, because I want to feature my latest collection of Baroque pendants. So most of these collections that I'm going to be featuring is from my private collection, but I have a few other pieces available for my customers. I'm always looking out for fabulous and unique pieces for them. So let's start with the first one that I'm wearing, which is this one. This is one of the first pieces that I purchased. It's in a lovely soft tinge of pink, and as you go further up, the Baroque pearl also has got a gray tinge to it, so it's a lovely sheen and lovely luster to it. Very soft colors, not too overpowering like dark gray or dark gold. So this one is really soft, and what I love about it is because it's got some waves, like it's got the waves of the sea to it, so that's really enthralling to me. Let me share with you, no two Baroque pearls are alike in the whole world, so this is what makes it so exciting. No one will have exactly the same Baroque pearl. And also, because if you look at the luster of these Baroque pearls, might I dare to say that they surpass the luster of the Marie Antoinette pendant. The price of the pendant obviously has to do with the provenance of the jewelry. In our modern times, we can also see modern ladies that I admire, such as Carolina Herrera, who is always seen with her fabulous collection of Baroque pearls. She has so many different types where she always puts it on, so she looks so refined and so glamorous. And also Anastasia of Beverly Hills, whom you know is the eyebrow queen. She also loves and favors Baroque pearls. You can always see her donning Baroque pearls. So this is where I would say that Baroque pearls is more for the flamboyant personality who thinks that the classic white pearls is a little bit boring for them. So this is where you can indulge in your passion for pearls by owning some fabulous pieces of Baroque pearls. So please don't go away, because I have got a few more fabulous pieces to showcase to you. So stay with me till the end of the video. If you are interested in Baroque pearl earrings, please check out my video that I did on the Astrid earring from the Crazy Rich Asians. Why I have decided to bring out all these stories is because I want to showcase the latest collection of my Baroque pendants. I've been looking out for the proper and the most beautiful pieces of Baroque pearls to add to my collection for many years, nearly a decade. I've been looking out for it for such a long time, but nothing really spoke out to me. So this one that I have is a Baroque pearl in a rose gold color. Even the setting of it is in rose gold, and it's got a ruby in the middle as a stone as well. So this is one of the most beautiful pieces of Baroque pearls I've ever seen. It's very rare that you can come across a rose gold colored Baroque pearl. This is definitely going into my personal collection. I actually saw this earlier on and I forgot about it, and when I went back to get it, it was still there waiting for me. Really meant to be for me. The next one that I want to feature is a Baroque pearl that is in a gold tone setting. So when you talk about gold tone pearls, you're always reminded of the golden South Sea pearls, which is the most famous one of all the South Sea pearls. So this is golden South Sea pearls, but in a Baroque setting. So what more could you ask for? When I saw this piece of pendant, my heart literally stopped. I was like, there is no way I'm going home today without owning this piece of pendant. because the setting of it, if you can see clearly, is a Cupid. Not only Cupid in gold, but he is also pouring down stars onto the Baroque pearl pendant. What more could you ask for? Anything to do with Cupid, I am really a sucker for. So that one, really, until today, whenever I look at it, I really burst out into a smile. It really makes my heart sing. I think that if any one of you are interested to look at any of my new collection, you know how to get in touch with me. I think just having the Baroque pearls in your collection is not just about collecting and adding to your jewelry collection. You are also buying into, and you are also possessing an item that had been worn by previous monarchs in history, such as Queen Elizabeth I, such as Marie Antoinette. Their aura, their story, their romance, the history of pearls that is always inextricably linked to royal monarchs and royal consorts is there for you to see. So this is exactly why collecting this jewelry is not just for the aesthetics. The fact that you are also buying into the fable, the mesmerizing effect of these historical monarchs that has always been inextricably linked to pearls. So thank you so much for joining me and taking your time again this week. If you would like to know more about gemstones, about jade, or more about pearls, I am going to be linking some more videos towards the end of the video. So I would really appreciate and love it if you could just take 1 second of your time to consider subscribing to my channel. Subscription is absolutely free. It would really help my channel to grow. If you'd like to leave a comment or share my videos with your friends, that is also very much appreciated. Thank you again. This is Eileen, and keep safe till we meet again. Goodbye.